guards go to the boards.
That cuts the lead to 2.
Hey, they're free points when you get those rebound putbacks, you know? Why not go to the boards?
Yeah. You heard the crowd. The students right to our left shout, Joey Dalbert. They love that one. So did Mike Hibbs, their coach. Chambersburg inbounding. Roman lost it. Another big turnover. Here come the Eagles. Nice behind the back pass. Can they convert? Back to Chambersburg.
That was a very good call by the official there, because on the block it rolled off of Donovan Talbert's shoulder. And he got that. He picked up on that. That's where that three-man crew comes in. I know Donnie Epley's going to send me a check for this one, but the three-man crew allows you to be in more places than just 2 spots on the court and get all those angles.
Final seconds, third quarter. Skylar Roman. Carson Rivera kicked it, got it back. Time's running out. And it's a blocking foul. Gonna go against Dalbert. There's Mike Hibbs getting his team stirred up here. This is anybody's ball game as we're gonna go to the fourth quarter. And Cumberland Valley would like to hold Chambersburg to 2. We'll see if they do that. A little double dribble, off balance, didn't go. We have played 3 quarters. A close ball game as we head to the fourth. Chambersburg with a 2-point lead, and you're watching high school basketball live on ABC 27, presented by Arlington Orthopedics.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
A lot of turnovers in that third quarter. Chambersburg had 7, Cumberland Valley had 6. That's what they had in the first half. What do you think they were talking about in the huddle, Charlie?
Coach Hibbs is talking to his guys about, hey guys, we're in this game. We're in this game right now, and we haven't played well. Let's keep the intensity. You played a better third quarter, but let's put it all together right now. And Chambersburg right now, at this point, Coach Treffler, they need to make some plays. They have not gotten off to a good start in this half yet.
35-33. Here come the Eagles. Wilson.
That was a nice left hand by Jordan Wilson.
Tied at 35.
Looks like Jordan Wilson did something on that play. He's squinching. He's bending over a little. I don't know if it was his knee or what, but
Cumberland Valley's outscored Chambersburg 13-6 in the second half.
They got a really tight man going, really a good help side man.
Chambersburg going to hold it up a little bit.
Well, they're making Chambersburg work for everything right here.
Andrew Plank, low, and went off of Cumberland Valley. Kyle Patterson reports back into the game for Chambersburg. He will replace Tyler Carter. Fourth quarter. Tied at 35, Chambersburg and Cumberland Valley. Early part of the mid-Penn season. Threw it to the back court.
Well, Keon Teal has a 4.440 or 4.540, so he's not going to, not too many players are going to outrun him. He was one of the running backs for Chambersburg this year.
Carson Rivera. Charles. We get back to Teal. In and out. Big rebound there by Tolbert. Here come the Eagles. Chance to take the lead. Up, threw it away. Nice play that time by Andrew Plink to get his hand on it.
I don't think either coach is happy with some of these key turnovers that are happening and not taking care of the ball on both teams.
Teal. Nice rebound underneath and a nice play by Gabe Carson Rivera for Chambersburg. Good heads up. Chambersburg's up by 2.
I'll tell you what, player of the game for me, Greg's up in the air. I might have to call Bobby Rahal, Toyota, or Honda and ask them who they think their player of the game should be, because just a lot of competitive performances here tonight. We haven't heard much from Skylar Roman in the second half. And
had a great first half. He had 14 points, and you know, I look at Jordan Wilson, who's made so many plays away from, you know,
yes, he has.
Without scoring. He's making a lot of great plays.
Definitely.
See if he can hang it up that time. Got his own rebound. We talked about him, and he's got 6.
I think we should keep talking about him to help this kid out here. Now he's doing fine. I think he's gotten over that little. I think he twisted something on that one play.
37 all. Chambersburg basketball. They've had the lead for most of this game. Keon Teal. Andrew Plank, he's a junior. Nice one bounce pass to Teal, and he hit. Teal's got 4.
Well, and there's a player that hasn't gotten going for them. He's used to scoring more points in this, and I mean, if he can get it going, that'll help Chambersburg here in the fourth quarter.
Nice drive, and we got a whistle before he ever went up. We'll talk about Andrew Plank. He's a junior. He's playing basketball for the first time since 7th grade. Decided to come back out, making a difference here for Chambersburg. He's got 3, and we got a timeout. Chambersburg up 39-37, fourth quarter.
Hank and Jim of Weaver Financial Services have been serving families and businesses in central Pennsylvania for the past 40 years. Life insurance, financial services, and products, call Hank or Jim. They're the nicest guys around. Tyler Maloney from Cumberland Valley is a role model on and off the court. His GPA is higher than 3.5, and his work ethic and hustle make Cumberland Valley a better team. Keon Teal from Chambersburg is working extremely hard to earn a college basketball scholarship. Keon's ability to drive to the basket, shoot the basketball, and overall athleticism give his team the leadership they need. Tyler and Keon are tonight's Select Physical Therapy Student Athlete Spotlight.
Some of the students here at Cumberland Valley, nice crowd on hand, and you saw the website, advancedhoops.com. Right in the middle of the page is an icon. It says TV, Game of the Week. You can click that on, and you go to this game, and you can vote for your favorite player.
Yep, there's a fans player of the game.
Yep.
Now, naturally, we're going to do our Bobby Rahal, Toyota, and Honda player of the game, but the fans can actually go there right now. If they're watching at home, they can go to advancedhoops.com, not only watch the player of the game, but they can watch the full interview with Dr. Kutz on ankle injuries. What tremendous interview. It educated me tremendously on how to avoid ankle injuries and what's involved in that injury.
Cumberland Valley 5 of 11 from the field, just under 50%, which is why they are only down by 2. Chambersburg in control of the basketball and the early advantage here in this fourth quarter. There's Plank. Skylar Roman going up. Got the roll. Big bucket by Skylar Roman. He's got 16.
Well, he did a good job of hanging with that. The ball actually got knocked out of his hand, and in the air, he actually just like volleyballed it into the. I think he was surprised himself. But you know, they say, Greg, the harder you work, the luckier you get, and that was the case there. This is a kid that works a lot on his game.
Well, working hard underneath was Dave Craig. For his first 2 points of the game, cuts the lead down to 2 again.
It's amazing. This game has been close most of the game, but it just seems like Chambersburg's they're in control of this game. For only being a 2-point game, for Cumberland Valley to sneak a win here would be tremendous, considering the flow of this game has been Chambersburg most of the game.
Well, Cumberland Valley will get the basketball back, and Yost Fairfort goes back in. Watch what happened down the other end. Yeah, his left foot was out.
Coach Hibbs is rewarding Dave Craig for the rebound putback. Usually Yost subs for him, but he took Donovan Talbot out instead. He wanted to reward him. Anytime a coach sees an offensive rebound, you want to reward your players for that.
Nice look. On to Fairfort. And it's going to be saved by Cumberland Valley. They would have gotten the basketball anyway. Here's Wilson. Yes, and it counts.
Now that is a lead change now, Greg. Now this is exactly what Cumberland Valley needs. Not only a lead change, but they have a chance to make a 4-point play here. I haven't seen that in a while.
Well, Palkovich hit the 3.
This is starting to remind me of the Susquehanna Hershey game the other night. All of a sudden, a huge momentum swing out of nowhere.
And it's a 1-point Cumberland Valley lead with just about 3 minutes left in regulation. Carson Rivera didn't get the reverse to go, but Chambersburg got it back. He's got a wide open shot, chose not to take it, drives the lane and is fouled.
Well, and I might add, that was a great rebound by Keon Teal and a great find for his teammate on the wing. Rivera's been quietly making a nice contribution here tonight.
Gabe Carson Rivera got 6. Big free throw. Cuts the lead to 1. Donovan Tolbert comes back in, replaces Dave Craig. 42 all.
I'm surprised Mitch Stahl is not in the game right now. The big guy. Did some really good things in this game.
Maloney. Drives the lane underneath. Fairfort.
That was a great setup. Maloney seeing the seam, recognizing that he had a slower guy guarding him, took advantage of it. That was great. Great senior leadership.
Well, Charlie, let's talk about maybe what they got to do here down the stretch. I mean, both teams are still kind of looking for a flow, and Cumberland Valley started to get that flow back. That was that big 3-point play. The big guy underneath, Yost Fairfort, we talked about him as a senior, 6'7", exchange student from the Netherlands. He's a guy who can almost control this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, he hasn't hit the outside J this game, but look at what he's done around the basket. It's clear that Chambersburg's game changes when he's out there, and he's definitely held serve underneath.
There is a Mike Hibbs, the coach of Cumberland Valley. I have to say, Chambersburg, even though Roman has 16 points, this has been a very balanced effort. I'm very impressed with the way Chambersburg has played a team basketball game tonight.
Yeah, but you know what? Right now, Coach Streffler, we see him in the huddle. He's not worried about any of that. He's like, guys, we've been up all game long. We have to execute and finish this game. We don't want to give this one away. And Cumberland Valley's rechanging their game plan now. It's like, hey, now we're up. Now let's not play like we're down. Let's make some good decisions.
2:21 left, fourth quarter.
You know, Greg, because sometimes what happens is teams are down all game, they get that lead at the end, and they're still playing in like, they're still this mode as if they're down, and the coach has to, this is where the coach comes in. Coach Hibbs is a great coach. This is where he can shift gears and get these guys changing their mentality. Look for them if they get the ball back and it's still up, look for them to run that spread offense.
Cumberland Valley down 7 at the half. Now we're tied again.
That's a nice back door.
Teal's got 6.
Old Kansas offense there at work.
And a travel.
Okay. Should the big guy be bringing the ball down the court, I guess is what the coach is wondering right now.
44 all.
Old North Carolina, high post back door. You see Kansas running that a lot right now. That's one of my favorite offenses.
There's Carson Rivera, Chambersburg, Skylar Roman.
At what point do you wonder who's going to wait for the last shot here? You know, it's Coach Schreffler wants to talk about it.
Tied at 44. A reminder, we have a lot of double headers coming up in January. We got Central Dauphin East. Boy, I don't know, in the early going here, I love doing this game because that's a beautiful facility. Both those gyms are very similar. Great rivalries, boys-girls doubleheader. We start with a girls game, 6 o'clock, Wednesday, January the 5th, doubleheader, then the boys. Telling you what, Mid-Penn's got plenty of balance this year.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, the Central Dauphin boys, with Devin Thomas having a great start this year, Central Dauphin's looking very good. The CD East is always competitive under Coach Lieb's coaching. He does a good job keeping those guys stingy on offense. And then naturally the girls match up a little bit more even this year, I'd say, with Alyssa Thomas spending her time in Maryland lately.
Coming up tonight at 11 o'clock, we showed this at 6. We have a brief interview with Alyssa Thomas and Brenda Fries from Maryland, talking about Alyssa Thomas's great start as a freshman at Maryland. So you can see that on ABC 27 News tonight at 11 o'clock. Well, we got a foul before Skylar Roman got the shot, and Mike Gibbs is like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that.
Well, he's not happy with that because Skylar Roman was going away from the basket. Usually referees don't reward players fading away. They usually reward them getting under and attacking the rim. And I got to agree with him on that. And the big guy has allowed to keep his position. He's allowed to keep his position, and he did. It was clearly ball in that block.
Roman's got 17, and Chambersburg has a 1-point lead.
And I got to give credit to Skylar Roman. He's not afraid to step up. Here's a junior leading his team. And Greg, this may be our player of the game here.
Well, from a point standpoint, he is the leader with 18, and Chambersburg has a 2-point lead. Here's Tolbert, big bucket.
Wow. Wow, this crowd is on their feet after that highlight reel.
Woo. We'll see if that not only physically but mentally helps Cumberland Valley. 46 all. Rebound, nobody yet. Still nobody. Chambersburg keeps it.
It looked like it was kicked by the Chambersburg player, but apparently.
Well, here it comes. Big time jam. And Cumberland Valley is pumped. They got a quick 30-second timeout here. Tied at 46. A lot of ebbs and flows. A reminder, you can log into advancedhoops.com and vote for your player of the game. Charlie's got information on all the winter programs coming up as well. And you can.
Oh, yeah, we got a winter skill builder for little kids. Starts in January, 5 to 10-year-olds. What's nice about our program, Greg, is we give the dads a break. They can sit on the sideline, even the dads that are coaches. And you know, we have a professional staff that works with the kids and teaches them the fundamentals. And it's our 5th year doing the little kids program.
Well, the crowd here at Cumberland Valley has been treated to a great game tonight here. Almost a steal, and it is Palkovitz. And he will go to the line with 56 seconds left. That is the fourth foul, I should say, on Stahl. Against Teal, I correct myself there. And on the free throw, Palkovitz has 10.
A lot of credit to Palkovitz. He took that ball strong to the basket and left no doubt and earned that foul.
He's got 11. 2-point Cumberland Valley lead. Final minute. They're playing some defense. Loose on the floor. It is a jump. And Chambersburg has the possession arrow. And Chambersburg will call timeout. 41 seconds left. Cumberland Valley's up by 2.
To be sure, Faulkner Toyota on Paxton Street across from the Harrisburg Mall invites you to check out our extensive assortment of new and used vehicles. Consider the excitement of driving the RAV4 or the functionality of our top-rated Sienna minivan. Test drive the super fuel-efficient Prius hybrid along with our Camrys, Corollas, Tacoma pickups, as well as a full selection of Scions. You'll find security, design, comfort, and a price that will fit your own lifestyle. Call or visit us at faulknertoyota.net.
Displays and Graphics, 5700 Lingelstown Road in Harrisburg, your one-stop shop, offering full-color banners, indoor and outdoor signage, banner stands, trade show displays, and plaques. Visit displaysandgraphicsinc.com. Exceeding expectations is our goal.
41 seconds left. Cumberland Valley with a 2-point lead. Man, we've had some great games so far in our live coverage, haven't we?
Well, we talked about it heating up as we got to January and February and even the March championships at the Giants Center. But
December, it's still December.
I'm already hot under the collar here.
Chambersburg, chance to tie or take the lead. Did not step on the line according to the official. And the chant of defense. Patterson. The driving, and it went. Gabe Carson Rivera. Yes, and it counts. And he will go to the line with a chance to give his team a 1-point lead. He's got 9.
Coach Treffler going with the smaller lineup.
They want to know if he stepped on the line back here, and he was on the line. Yep. So it could have gone back to CV. That was a big swing. Now 20 seconds left. Talbert. And he will go to the line with 17 left.
Well, that looked like that could have went either way on the charge here. I'm not sure if we have a replay on that, but yeah, let's take a look at it. I think that's a good call. He was still setting his feet, still moving. Chance for Talbert to not only dunk a basketball, but hit a couple foul shots here.
Donovan Talbert. Well, he's got one more to tie. And who's got the rebound? It's going to be a foul, and they got to get Chambersburg down the other end. Now, a tough couple of free throws there for Talbot.
Well, when that first one rimmed out, you could see how important, he knew how important that second one was, but he did hustle and didn't let it. He still fouled right away like he was supposed to, but that's always tough when you miss a shot like that.
So here is Gabe Carson Rivera, and I think you could make a good case for him to be MVP in this game as well. He's got 10.
Well, he's done a lot of little things, and he's done them at the right time, so I agree with you. He's definitely a candidate.
Missed. Who's got the rebound? Cumberland Valley. 13 left, and they want timeout. 10. We'll make it 10.8 seconds left. We'll keep it here. They've got one shot to win or to tie. What do you do, Charlie Fortney?
Well, this is interesting because you do have some good shooters for Cumberland Valley. You're at home. If you can get a penetration kick for a three, you take it. Making 2 foul shots under pressure is always a tall order, so getting to the rack's fine. But you also, it's a lot of pressure for a young man to hit 2 foul shots. So I think you penetrate, you try to get that open look, going to the basket, but then you have shooters spotting up, try to get an easy one.
So that's our situation, just under a split 0.2 of a second less than 11.
Look for Coach Schreffler, though, to have his guys switching everything on the perimeter, starting out maybe like a matchup type situation. You don't want him getting caught up in any screens. He'll probably, he's going with that all-guard lineup. By keeping that all-guard lineup, they can all switch all like screens, which is ideal. Now, Cumberland Valley's got 10.8 seconds to get the whole way down the court here, so let's see if they use the big guy inside, or if they, like I said, they try to match the guard play out front.
To send it to overtime or win it. Wilson. And a foul. 1.8 seconds left. And this could put it away for Chambersburg.
I'll tell you what, this is hats off to both teams, Greg. This is a great effort by both teams.
Well, and two teams that are certainly going to be reckoned with here in the Mid-Penn as we go forward.
Well, and I'm going to go, I'm going to cast my vote for Skylar Roman for the player of the game. One of my reasons is when you only score 50 points in a ball game and you have a player that gets 18 of them, he really got them off to a good lift in this game. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Greg? What do you think?
Well, I like Gabe Carson Rivera.
Why don't we let our statistician Jim Gallagher break the tie? What do you think?
He did. Carson Rivera.
Okay. I'm outnumbered here. Maybe we should ask Tressa Cook from Select Medical Physical Therapy who she thinks is the player of the game. What do you think?
I think they're all agreeing with me and Jim, I think.
All right, the basketball guy gets shot down here. Jeez.
52-48, and now, see, everybody's rooting for number 3. I mean, Skylar Roman, and I believe we could get both these guys after the game, but Gabe Carson Rivera just played. They both played a great game. I think I'm going to talk to both of them after the game.
I'm wondering what Dr. Eric's over there thinking. He's over there. He's just enjoying the game.
He's like way down the table here. All right. Thanks to everybody here at Cumberland Valley for helping us out. We'll be talking with the game winners, who looks to be Chambersburg at this point, and then Charlie will join me for some final thoughts.
Well, this is all that it was stacked up to be, Greg. Two evenly matched teams.
Wow, that was almost a nice tip right there. 52-40 at our final. Back with a post game after this. Chambersburg a winner tonight here on ABC 27.
Advanced Tube's professional staff has strategized and worked as a team to improve the 2010 training plan.
Feedback I've been getting from the conversation I've had with the parents and kids alike is they would like to see us implement a comprehensive skill evaluation.
The comprehensive skill evaluation will be the basis for recommendations and class placement. We are signing players up right now for the start of the spring program. Advanced Hoops has programs for the youth and novice players, but is mostly noted for helping top area high school players reach their individual potential and develop skills that college coaches are looking for. Advanced Hoops is currently assisting over 20 high school players with the college recruiting process through phone calls, website player profiles, and in-house 5-on-5 video footage. We have helped 7 players sign early, earning full scholarships to play college basketball.
Hello, can I help you? Oh, no need to worry, Mrs. Smith. My grandfather is Russ Failer himself and has been in business for over 30 years. At Russ's Auto and Trailer Sales, we have it all. We specialize in selling a complete line of trailers, a variety of used cars and campers. Our service department can do it all. And we even have a nice guy named Justin who answers the phone. And what do we tell him, Maddie?
Nobody fusses at Russ's.
Hemp Brothers Incorporated is family owned and operated since 1925 and has been working together to provide excellent service for both large and small businesses or individuals. Hemp Brothers Incorporated is committed to producing high quality products and providing excellent service and efficient project management. Concrete, asphalt, crushed stone, and sand are ready to order. Call us at Pt.3 or visit us on the web at hempbrothers.com.
Tyler Maloney from Cumberland Valley is a role model on and off the court. His GPA is higher than 3.5, and his work ethic and hustle make Cumberland Valley a better team. Keon Teal from Chambersburg is working extremely hard to earn a college basketball scholarship. Keon's ability to drive to the basket, shoot the basketball, and overall athleticism give his team the leadership they need. Tyler and Keon are tonight's Select Physical Therapy Student Athlete Spotlight.
With Victoria's Chambersburg team, their coach Sean Schreffler, and two guys who had great games tonight, Gabe Carson-Rivera and Skylar Roman. All right, we'll talk to them in a minute. First, Coach, a lot of ebbs and flows in this game, but you guys came out on top. Talk about a little bit about the game and from your perspective tonight.
Well, certainly CV made a great run at us late, and they knocked down some big threes and took the lead a couple times, but I was really proud of our kids. I thought we continued to battle and find ways to get stops and get baskets. So, you know, that was a great job by those guys.
You've had a couple great wins here to start the season. We talked about the fact that this division, this league is going to be very tough, very balanced this year.
Extremely balanced. I mean, from top to bottom, you're not going to have a night where you can just walk onto the floor and expect to get a W. I mean, every team plays very, very hard just like this, and you need to come out ready to play. And, you know, I don't think we quite did that as well as what we're capable of, you know, but it's early on in the season. We'll get better.
You guys both had great games, and Skylar, you in the first half, Gabe in the second. Talk about what your perspective was in the game tonight, because you let them back in, but then you made some big buckets down the stretch.
Yeah, in the first half, they weren't up in our shorts as much. We got to do what we dictated the first half, and then they came back in the second, made a run on us. And our defense just had a lapse, but we bounced back and hit some clutch free throws.
Gabe, you made some great stuff happen there in the second half.
I was just trying to do whatever I could for my team and keep my poise, because we were in a little jungle trying to.
And that's what it was. That's a very good term, jungle. This is another big win for you guys. You guys are off to a great start. Talk a little bit about the chemistry that you guys have put together here in the early going of this season, because you've only played 5 games.
We had great chemistry. I think our players know our roles, and we played through all summer together, and we have a good feel for one another and what we like and dislike, and I think we'll move forward in the season.
Sean, you're right back at it again Thursday night against Redland.
Yeah, very good basketball team. We'll have to go right back at it again. You know, they're one of the better teams in the area, and early on this season we've been challenged a lot, and it'll make us better for later on in the season, win or lose. You know, we got to bring it every night and play hard, and that'll make us a better basketball team.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. Chambersburg victorious tonight over Cumberland Valley. Charlie and I back with a final word right after this.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
All-state freshman Malia Tate DeFreitas tore her ACL in a heated state playoff, and her dreams seemed shattered.
Tried to come back in and it wasn't working out. I thought that my basketball career was over.
Getting an assist from the doctors at Arlington Orthopedic, Malia is ready to attack the hoop this season.
It feels good when I jump and cut and stuff. It feels normal, and the brace really helps me.
To go from tears to a smile, it's just a beautiful thing.
Are color copies really 10 cents?
Yeah, 10 cents.
It's easy. Call Fortney Printing. They punch in the order, copies get made, quickly put in boxes. Fortney Printing delivers on time.
Wow! Only 10 cents.
Borman and Babb Certified Public Accountants is a full-service accounting, tax, and consulting firm with over 17 years' experience serving the central Pennsylvania region. From taxes to payroll, from corporate accounting to business consulting, let Borman and Babb help you achieve your financial success.
To be sure, Faulkner Toyota on Paxton Street across from the Harrisburg Mall invites you to check out our extensive assortment of new and used vehicles. Consider the excitement of driving the RAV4 or the functionality of our top-rated Sienna minivan. Test drive the super fuel-efficient Prius Hybrid along with our Camrys, Corollas, Tacoma pickups, as well as a full selection of Scions. You'll find security, design, comfort, and a price that will fit your own lifestyle. Call or visit us at faulknertoyota.net.
Chambersburg, a 52-48 winner over Cumberland Valley tonight. Charlie, I think both teams can take something away from this game tonight as they move forward.
Well, Cumberland Valley did a great job of coming back and stealing the momentum at the end. But I think we saw a clinic from Chambersburg on how to finish a game and how to not lose their poise. Coach Treffler did a great job of keeping his team intact. Coach Hibbs' team, very promising. He has a lot he can take from this. And one of the biggest things Cumberland Valley just needs to do is learn how to finish out a game like that.
Done a good job of setting this schedule up. Boy, we've had 3 of the 4 have been close contests.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing that East Pennsboro-McDevitt matchup coming up. That looks, both teams off to a great start, and Redlands, Cedar Cliff coming up, and then East and CD is always a good matchup. Hershey, Redlands, so it's going to be a nice schedule.
All right, we're back in 2011. First of all, coming up next here on ABC 27.3, it's the Old Barn Hockey Show. We talk Hershey Bears hockey. That's coming up next. Frank Schofield and I will join you for that one. Our next game is coming up next year in the calendar year 2011. We have a boys-girls doubleheader on Wednesday, January the 5th, as the Central Dauphin Rams take on the CD East Panthers. It's a boys-girls doubleheader, and it kicks off at 6 p.m. here on ABC 27. Now for our entire Invicta Sports crew and our director, Chad Edwards, and our statistician, Jim Gallagher, Greg Mace with Charlie Fortney. Good night from Cumberland Valley High School. Once again, our final score is Chambersburg 52 and Cumberland Valley 48.
Dr. Kutz, thank you for being on the show. As you know, we're talking about ankle injuries today and understanding those. Doctor, ankles are extremely sensitive, and from what I view, being personally involved with basketball, football, and baseball, it seemed I had an ankle injury in every sport. Is ankle injuries the most common injury? What have you found?
Ankle injuries are extremely common, particularly in the high school athlete, as well as up through the weekend warrior.
Talk about a sprained ankle. Naturally, there's different grades of sprain. Talk to our viewers about what those different grades are.
There are several ligaments about the ankle which can be injured. The ligaments about the outside of the ankle are most commonly injured. And a sprain can be anything from merely a simple stretch of that ligament to a partial tear to a complete tear. Mm-hmm. And we grade those sprains accordingly. The grade 1 sprain is typically that stretch, to the grade 3 sprain being a completely torn ligament.
Okay. Now, when I noticed the torn ligaments that I had before, and friends of mine, it's usually some black and blue. Does black and blue always indicate torn ligaments, or help us understand
Not
that?
always, but the more significant injury typically results in a bit more bleeding of those tissues, ultimately resulting in bruising.
A sprained ankle, like a minor sprain as compared to, say, a torn ligaments, that has to be a different process for recovery.
Sure. A minor sprain can be something that limits you for a few days to maybe a week, even up to 3 weeks. Typically, those patients need a little bit of support, maybe an ACE type support, or taping their ankle before competition or practice or play. Typically, that is enough to get them back out on the field or out on the court. As those injuries become more severe, it takes more time for them to heal. And as the more severe injuries may result in actually immobilizing the ankle for anywhere from a week to 3 weeks, and that may be in a cast or in a removable boot. Typically, the more severe the ankle injury, the less likely they are to weight bear, and so they may end up on crutches for those days to weeks.
How did you fare out? You're a pretty athletic guy. I mean, what were some of the sports you participated in, and how did your ankles hold up?
I played football in college at the University of New Hampshire, and I actually had a rather significant ankle injury in my senior year that laid me up for about 3 weeks, but it hasn't seemed to bother me too much at this point.
Now, did that have anything to do with going into orthopedics, or was that something you had always thought about doing?
It was something that I had always thought about doing, but certainly being in that environment kind of supports that that idea to stick with that kind of work.
It seems to be a common perception among coaches and the folks I've talked to that breaking your ankle is better than a bad sprain. Is there any truth to that?
That can be the case, particularly with the more severe sprains. More severe sprains can result in more chronic instability of the ankle and lead to more chronic problems, whereas a fractured ankle typically what it either gives is the bone or the ligament, and the bone generally heals more readily than the ligament and in a more predictable fashion.
Naturally, when a student athlete injures their ankle, they want to get back out on the field right away. What maybe is a recommendation that you could give coaches or parents or even that player on when is the proper time to come back? I mean, is there a set time, or does that vary depending on the type of ankle injury?
Typically, of course, the less severe the sprain, the sooner we can get people back out on the field. And in those cases, typically 1 to 3 weeks of rest and care is typically satisfactory to get someone back to playing. As that ankle injury becomes more severe, particularly the grade 3 type injuries in which the ligament may be completely torn, that injury can last up to 6 weeks, even more, and does require that period of immobilization with generally some physical therapy to rehab the ankle before they can get back out on the field.
Does everybody have an equal playing field when it comes to the ankle, or are some people more genetically stronger and gifted and less prone to injuries? What causes susceptibility to an ankle?
Sometimes it's just bad luck. But there are situations where people can be more prone to injuries, such as patients with flat feet. That changes the mechanics of the foot in general and can make them more likely to be susceptible to injuries such as this.
Which leads me to, are there any preventative devices like a heel lift or shoe insert, or is there anything that's recommended to someone that has flat feet?
Arch supports can be quite helpful in terms of helping these patients, and addressing it sooner rather than later is oftentimes best to keep them going.
If someone listening wants to prevent an injury in the future by strengthening their ankle, is that recommended? Are there exercises that you would prescribe to avoid future injuries, or is this just a matter of good luck or bad luck?
Certainly, if you've not had prior injuries and you don't have some of the issues that we alluded to, such as foot issues and things of that nature, a good solid exercise program will be just fine without any real specific exercises. The patients that may be more prone in general, can do things such as the arch supports and additional supports in their shoes to help them maintain their stability.
The ankle's a very tricky thing. Show us kind of like what's happening.
The ankle primarily, as we all know, moves, the foot will move up or down. And those ligaments, the ligaments that are most commonly injured are the ligaments about the outside of the ankle. There's a ligament in the front of the ankle which is most commonly injured, and there are additional ligaments at the tip of the bone as well as in the back. There's also a very strong ligament about the inside aspect of the ankle that is very less commonly injured. So a simple ankle sprain involves typically that ligament in the front of the ankle. The high ankle sprain can involve the tough ligament that is between the fibula, the skinny bone on the outside, and the tibia, the weight-bearing bone, and there's a tough membrane in between those bones, which can be injured. If you remember, several years ago, Terrell Owens, when he was a member of the Philadelphia Eagles, sustained a significant high ankle sprain and actually underwent a surgery to help to stabilize that the fibula to the tibia. Sometimes that injury is so significant the bones can splay apart, and that can create significant problems.
What would your recommendation be, Dr. Kutz, to like a coach who has players under their care? Okay, kid rolls their ankle. Most coaches have a job to toughen their athletes up, but when it comes to an injury, like there's a fine line. How should a coach care for that ankle sprain?
Well, it's important to listen to your players, and typically most athletes don't want to spend their time on the sideline,
right?
And nor does the coach want their player, whether it be the first teamer or the second teamer, limited because of an injury like this. So I believe it's important to take these injuries seriously, care for them early, in order to not set yourself up for a more season-lasting problem.
So what's a traditional recovery time for an ankle sprain?
A light sprain or a mild sprain, typically players will be recovered in a week to 3 weeks tops.
Okay.
More significant injuries, of course, result in more significant downtime.
Now, the doctors at Arlington, it seems, when I look at you guys' resumes, it just seems like when it comes to sports injuries, you guys seem to really excel. You all have sports backgrounds. Dr. Cordes is Penn State doctor, yourself, football player at the college, University of New Hampshire. How important is that when you're dealing with an athlete who's in a sport and relating to them, having those kind of backgrounds?
Well, I think it's very important to be able to relate to both the player and the coach, and I think it certainly allows us that the opportunity to really interact with all the people that are involved, understanding what is at stake for return to play, but most importantly, keeping in mind that the health of that player, that patient, that person, is of utmost importance.
Do the doctors at Arlington have a consistent philosophy among each other on how to handle ankle injuries, or does it seem to vary from doctor to doctor? Talk about you guys' philosophy.
Yeah, our philosophy is pretty standard. There really isn't care for injuries such as this. Is very patient-specific. However, we here at Arlington all have the patient's best interest in mind, and because of that, it makes sense to have a more of a uniform approach to injuries such as this. So we all handle these injuries very similarly.
Dr. Kutz, thank you. Understanding the ankle has been a great episode for me. I thought I knew it better, but now I know it more.